I'm Dave Bortner of Freedom Boat Service. We're here at the Gull Lake Classic at Bar Harbor Supper Club in Minnesota, one of the premier gatherings of vintage mahogany speedboats in the world. The greatest joy of a boat show like the Gull Lake Classic is seeing people appreciate the boats and seeing huge numbers of people of all ages coming to see the boats, talk about the boats, and tell us their wood boat story, because virtually everybody has a wood boat story about growing up with a wood boat or growing up near a wood boat. They all have a memory.
It's beautiful boat.
Oh, thanks. The wood boats on a visceral sensory level are very engaging. There's a look when we're wiping our boats off, we look at them, and when we walk away from them after we wiped them down, we look at them again as we walk away. They're a very sensory experience in sound as well. They have a specific and unique sound, and if we're sitting on the patio here at Bar Harbor Supper Club and we hear a wood boat crank up, everybody looks. Always, every time. The boats are also an opportunity to participate in history real time. It's kind of, who do you want to be? Do you want to be Jay Gatsby, or do you want to be Don Draper, or anything in between? There's a boat for that. We have a 1953 26-foot Chris Craft Express cruiser that we brought to the show. There's also a family aspect to this for me, because I got involved in working on vintage boats with my father when I was just a teen. The wood boat hobby was something my father and I did together, and it was really a connection for us. I still feel that connection with my father each and every day, and I think about him all the time, and what would he do in this situation? He always had unique solutions to difficult problems. To this rod, which is connected to the steering cable. What you have to have most of all to do this well is patience. And neither my father nor I were blessed with what I would call a sufficient amount of patience to do this, but it's one of the things that I work through all the time as well. Now we're ready for a boat ride. Some of the boats we care for were purchased new in the 1930s by the same family and continue to be cared for and loved and have become just an integral part of the lake lifestyle experience. The biggest challenge facing the wood boat hobby right now is educating a younger generation of people that there are very affordable opportunities to participate.
I like it when Dave shows me around, because I know that he knows what he's talking about with all these boats because he sells them. So he just knows what he's doing, and I can trust that he's teaching me things that are true.
I like this boat. This is comfy. It's nice.
Okay, so who's driving?
Me.
It's always a revelation to participate in that Haggerty program of youth judging, because they come up with insights that don't occur and to us as we look at these things each and every day. They come up with questions and comments and insights that just never occur to us. Okay, horn works. Got it. All right, now you're going to turn the keys.
I just like looking at all these cool boats. They're just fascinating.
Because it's like all wood, and like now boats are like all, they're like not wood anymore. And it like looks way cooler when they're wood, I feel like.
The boats are 100% better restored from our shop than they ever were when they came off the line at the manufacturer. So for instance, Chris Craft engineered their boats to last a total of 7 years in the first place. Then when they were doing the finishing, Chris Craft applied only 4 coats of varnish to the boat before it was out the door. And sometimes they left the door not dry. That 4th coat of varnish could have been wet.
33's right there.
Of course, the technology and the coatings and the finishes and virtually every chemical product that we use in restoration today is exponentially better than it was originally. They are quite resilient once they're fully restored, but they do need some ongoing work. So the best owner for a vintage boat is someone who understands that they're dealing with something that's not brand new. It may look brand new because it's been completely restored, but it is a piece of vintage Americana. We're taking care of this piece of history until the next steward comes along. And it's incumbent on us to take the best care of it that we can to ensure that it endures for the future. For WoodyBoater.com, I'm Dave Bortner.